What are you betting on when it comes to the future? Are there trends, technology, strategy, as you kind of look to the future with what you know and your perspective? What are you betting on for the future?
When I think about it in the context of AI and machine learning and data science, it's gone through this arc where there was a period of time 10, 15 years ago where it was all about big data, and people used terms like data mining, and it was all about how to extract like the nuggets in that big data that was just like more data than anyone could handle. And that was kind of like how we thought about using AI and machine learning. Now we've moved towards a place where data is honestly less available, and in marketing and advertising there's all these privacy trends, regulation, changes in browsers, stuff like that. So data is becoming less and less available. I think it's likely that trend will continue, and so we'll have less and less sort of personal level data and access to super granular data that we've had in the past. So now we're at this place where there's less and less data available. I think the next big trend is AI's role in making the most of less data. Rather than rooting out the signals in too much data, the future of how AI is going to be applied in advertising, I think, is all about doing more with less data.
Talk about this idea of the data being less available, and then talk about what you're doing to develop a strategy to combat that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of different forces happening at once towards this movement of data being less available. And I think consumer awareness is one part of it, that people are becoming more aware of how their data is being gathered and used and becoming more uncomfortable with it, looking for more ways to not participate in that. At the same time, kind of moving along with that and also probably driving awareness are things like privacy legislation, which is pretty advanced in Europe and is, in different legislations in the US, we're seeing like more and more progression of privacy legislation. And then, of course, there's things that are actually in the hardware and the software that we're using, like Chrome's plan to retire third-party cookies, and Apple in iOS has made the mobile ID on iOS, the IDFA, less available. It's like this big train of all these different forces that are kind of moving in one direction. I think regardless of the outcome of any individual one of those pieces, it's pretty clear that times are changing, expectations are changing, and any marketer who's trying to reach their customers or their future customers has to recognize that some of them are going to continue to be comfortable with using a certain amount of data, but a significant proportion of any brand's customers aren't comfortable with that. And so those brands are starting to think about, regardless of exactly the outcome of each of these things, how do I think about reaching my customers and future customers in a way that they're actually comfortable with?
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. This segment is brought to you by Salesforce. Salesforce brings marketing and engagement together. If you want to learn more, head over to salesforce.com/marketing. And please subscribe to this channel for more marketing insights from the world's best marketing leaders across the Fortune 500 and beyond.